going to try a card trick. This trick's a little bit different than most, simply because of the cards we use. We actually get these cards right from the factory. We get them before they print the ink on them. So this is what playing cards look like before they get kings and queens and hearts and spades. But kind of a neat thing to look at. Not very practical though. You can't do much with them. Unless of course you have a good imagination. If you have a good imagination, you can simply think of a card, and as you cut the cards, the card will appear printed right on. Now it's not a real card because it doesn't have a back, only a front. But you can do this over and over. Think of a card, cut the cards, the card appears. There's a 6, maybe a 10, an 8. You could do this all day long. The only problem is you can only think of one card at a time. For instance, if I'm thinking of the 4 of clubs, all the other cards, they just go back to being completely blank again. Now you can do other things. Instead of thinking about the fronts of the cards, you can think about the backs of the cards. Just like that, the backs begin to print. So now we have one back and one front, but of course everything in the center is still blank. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to stretch our imagination, think of all 52 cards, fronts and backs at the same time, and if you have a good imagination, it should look like every single card prints a front and a back, which is a really cool illusion. The only problem is it's just an illusion. These cards are actually still blank. Your mind simply puts in the pictures and the colors. And as soon as your mind begins to wander away, so do the cards. They fade back into nothing. No front, no back, nothing in the middle. And that's the mental photography cards.